My name is Letitia Macer from Cambridge, Maryland. My mom, her name is Lisa Macer. She has multiple sclerosis. I've been hearing that Jay-Z was my father all my life. There's no way that he can deny anything, especially when people were there that know him. Emily was there. He just looked at me and he was like, Dad. David was in my living room. He was talking to my mom. I was going to leave it alone. They brought me one of those ancestry tests. Finally, I get some type of answers. He knows that I exist.
You've been dead beating it your whole life. Meanwhile, your daughter's looking more like somebody you used to be with than somebody you married to.
Y'all, Jaguar Wright is causing chaos again, and this time, Jay-Z is in her crosshairs. She's allegedly revealing information about his oldest daughter, stuff he supposedly tried to keep hidden at all costs.
Rainier Satterweight, Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Turns out Remier might not be Jay-Z's only secret child. Rumor has it he's refusing a paternity test, possibly because Ryer's mom was underage when they were involved.
As far as, remember we did the interview with Remier, and I said I was going to do an interview with the daughter, Letitia Mercer, who is Jay-Z's alleged first daughter. Well, okay, apparently he has done a test with Letitia, and Letitia was going to do an interview with me, but she backed out because Jay-Z has been trying to change his karma. He's trying to be a good person now. And even though he's not giving Remier a DNA test, apparently, according to the teams, he bought her a house on the water in Baltimore. Well, not Baltimore, but in Maryland. Okay? And so she is living a quiet, little rich life now, right? Okay? And so we just want to put that out there, too. Okay? Like, we don't give a damn, but okay.
Ryer Saltwaite once came forward claiming he was Jay-Z's love child from a fling with his mother, who was just 15 at the time. She got pregnant by a 22-year-old Jay-Z, but he had no proof beyond his late mother's word. That's not the case for the other alleged child, Letitia Mesa. She says she's had multiple people beyond her mother confirm to her over the years that Jay-Z is indeed her father. Letitia claims she's had multiple confirmations from people close to Jay-Z. Among them, Emery Jones, Roc Nation's head of lifestyle, and Devin Herbie. Jay-Z's longtime best friend allegedly told her he is her father. Jay-Z himself hasn't publicly acknowledged her, but it seems he quietly provided for her. Maybe as a way to keep things under wraps.
You just seen Jay-Z's daughter the other day, right?
No, I uploaded the other day, but it was like back the day before Jadakiss Versus.
Okay.
I mean, my thing is this: her mom's sick in a wheelchair. I mean, like, my thing is if it's a possibility somebody my kid and I've got $1 billion, even if I got 20 million, come on, let's go take this, find out. I mean, and you're rich now if you are. It's simple. Like, if I got a wife that don't understand that, she can roll. You know what I mean? Like.
From what we know, Letitia is keeping a low profile somewhere in Baltimore, Maryland. Rumor has it that Jay-Z allegedly compensated her to stay quiet and drop claims of being his long-lost daughter, though nothing has been officially confirmed. Remier, on the other hand, has refused any kind of payout from Jay-Z's team. All he wants is one thing, for Jay-Z to openly acknowledge him as his son. But let's be real, the odds of that happening are slim to none. Meanwhile, Jay-Z and Beyoncé continue to portray the picture-perfect Hollywood marriage, stable, loving, and seemingly unshakable. But whispers on the street suggest cracks may be forming, because the truth apparently has a way of surfacing. Currently, Remier has reportedly withdrawn his lawsuit against Jay-Z. But that doesn't mean he's backing down. Sources say he's preparing to file again after the court bundled his case with another unrelated lawsuit in an attempt to dismiss both at once. The saga is far from over. According to word from sources, Reimer was forced to withdraw his case after suspicious court activity. Docket edits were made before the defense filed and the government got involved. The court tried to merge his case with Dr. Coley's to dismiss both. New legal action is coming. On July 18th, court records in Reimer's case were mysteriously edited at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, before the defense even filed. Then, just 90 minutes later, the defendants submitted their filing. The timing wasn't just suspicious, it was coordinated. The court then attempted to combine Reimer's complaint with a completely different case against Dr. Coley. Why? Because merging cases allows judges to just throw them all out at once. That's how you silence the truth in bulk. Behind the scenes, the feds reached out to Reimer's legal team and told them to withdraw the case on Friday. At 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Reimer wanted to amend, but had to come up with a new cause of action different from Coase and refile, citing behind-the-scenes changes and a potential sabotage. This was not a choice either. It was a warning. Reimer's case was then moved without response to the notice of Coase's judge, which looked like a setup for something. They even allegedly altered the docket service date, which changes the official record of when things were filed and received. That alone should trigger a federal investigation, but it didn't. The system was compromised. Due process was under attack, and Reimer's side was being blocked at every entry level, including by the very people who are supposed to protect justice. So yes, Reimer had to withdraw, but it's a strategy. They are now preparing a new filing with separate legal causes of action. That can't be dismissed so easily. This corruption can't be tolerated. He deserves support. He deserves justice. Rai himself addressed the situation in a brief post, writing, "Hello. Changes were made to my case on July 18, 2025 by 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This was done due to changes made to my case we were not aware of. We will explain soon, but it's all about my mother now."
Information to keep the case going, so it was a big case to me because, I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it, I really thought it was going to go different than what it was, but I really feel like it should have been over with because, I feel like if it was anybody else, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day, I still gotta work and bring in income for me,
So yes, Rai has withdrawn his case, but he insists this isn't over. Reports say part of his next move involves teaming up with Letitia, who allegedly has taken a DNA test connected to Jay-Z. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright is reportedly itching to expose Jay-Z's alleged first daughter, who supposedly holds some deep hidden secrets about her father. Through all of this, Beyoncé has stayed silent, but insiders claim she's furious about everything unfolding around her husband. At some point, you have to wonder, could all of these allegations be false? Hollywood has a long history of scandals kept under wraps. Think of Diddy and the wild stories that didn't come out until years later. So, while some of Jaguar Wright's claims might hold truth, here's what a few insiders are saying about the situation. This person wrote, "Everybody from Groove, Cambridge, Maryland, knows that this is his daughter. My dad was a former friend of Jay-Z, and he remembers the whole situation. He said Jay-Z and this young lady's mom were actually dating. She wasn't just a one-night stand. The young lady actually has the DNA test to prove that Jay-Z is her dad. But what's even worse is that she isn't the only hidden child that Jay-Z has. I think it's weird how Beyoncé seems to have morals, but is allowing her husband to be a deadbeat. I'm sorry, but I can't be with someone that's a deadbeat." Another person added, "Jay denied the daughter Letitia to until he found out she was going to do a sibling test with Ramir. Then suddenly she got a new house, cars, and bank account. Oh, and of course, Cena NDA. And finally, this person said, didn't Jay-Z have an older daughter? And then he paid her off to never bring him up again. We never heard from her again, but it was confirmed she was his biological daughter. Y'all, this tea just keeps spilling, and we want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like and subscribe button for more drama. And don't miss the next video. It's just as messy.